3 dating mistakes that'll make her think you guys are just friends. And boy, do I have a story for you. This happened to me not once, but twice. And I'm gonna tell you the mistakes that these guys made, and you're never gonna do them. Never ever, never ever, never ever. Tell me in the comment section where that's from. I'm liking this game with you, by the way, because I always break out in spontaneous song. And when you guys guess them in the comments, it gives me life. So, let me tell you the first dating mistake that men make. And when you do this, she thinks we're obviously just friends. So, when you ask her out for a meal, and you don't tell her it's a date. You would think this is common sense, but this shit actually happened to me. And this thing happened twice, and I'm gonna tell you, the guys, I've got so much juice. I got so much drama for you on this video, and you're gonna get advice with it. But these guys ended up meeting each other, and they're like, that Arica Angelo. And I'm like, you motherfuckers. I didn't call them that, but I did kind of call them that in a blunt way, as I called their asses out. So this is what happened. So when you ask her out, let her know that it's a date. Like, I want to take you out on a lunch date. I want to take you out on a dinner date. I'm going to take you on a hiking date, and then there will be food or there will be drinks. But it is a date. You got to say that. So anyways, I was at church, and a guy and I started talking, and he was like, would you like to go to lunch? Well, yeah, I like to eat after hearing about Jesus. Doesn't everybody else? Isn't that what church people do? Because sometimes church can be boring. So you need to be fed because your body's been bored for 2 hours. So yeah, I want some food. So anyways, went out to lunch with this guy, really, really sweet guy. But I just thought we were going out as friends for lunch after church because Jesus and food, duh. And so anyways, that was that. I thought nothing of it. I just went on my merry little way. Second mistake comes in. You're going to hear how these guys like meet each other, and then they try to make me into the bad guy, but then nope, I pull them up by their ball strings and I'm like, no, you're not the victim. So mistake number 2. Oh, and if you're new here and you're like, who is this wild ass woman? I think she's giving dating advice, but yet she's funny, but yet she's got some side boob. Oh, you can't even see it in the dress. She's just wild. I'm Arica Angelo, and I actually have been a dating and relationship expert for 16 years, a part-time comedian, just kidding, not a comedian, and a television host, TV, author, speaker. So believe it or not, you're in for a bumpy ride. It's gonna be a fun ride, but it'll change your life at the end of this video. So make sure you subscribe and like this video. So, second mistake that you make when dating women and then they think you're just friends is this one. It's when you take her out on false premises. You know what I'm talking about. And this has happened to me many times, even as a grown-ass woman, because these were in my younger days. I think I was still in my 20s when this stuff was happening. But even now, men will ask a woman out under pretense of, and you see this shit all the time. When I lived in Los Angeles, this bullshit went on non-motherfucking stop. And that is, you ask her out and you make it about, it's about business, it's about church, it's about marketing, it's about music, it's about theater, it's about hiking, it's about cars. You make it about everything else, but then what it actually is it's a date. But you don't have the balls to ask her for a date, so you take the weak ass way out and you ask her out to an event when you don't just fucking come out and say, It's a date. And if I get passionate about this, is because I am trying to empower you guys to become men again, because I don't want to keep hearing about you guys in the friend zone. And if that's you and you're like, yeah, I'm always in the motherfucking friend zone and I'm sick of this shit, then get that free PDF guide. I tell you what are the 10 signs that you are in the friend zone, and I tell you how to get out of it. It's for free. Get it in the comments, get it in the description, but let's get your ass out of the friend zone. So this guy comes up to me, and I think he came up to me with the premise of marketing. Ta-da! He wanted to talk to me about marketing, and I can't remember if we went out for lunch or for dinner, but we went out, right? And then he comes back for round 2, because 1 round of ALO ding ding is not enough. He needed round 2 of ALO. And so we went out a second time, but this time I was like, I think Mr. Marketing Boy is actually trying to be my boyfriend. So he asked me out to a really nice restaurant, and we lived in a small town in Northern California at the time. And he took me to one of the nicest restaurants in town. I was like, okay, no. You don't take a girl out to this kind of restaurant unless you're really interested in her. And I was like, okay. And I told my girlfriend, I said, I think this guy's into me. And then he showed up with a flower. And I was like, and this isn't about marketing. And so we went on the dinner, his idea date, it was just dinner. And I think we even kind of laughed about it. I was like, oh, wow. I wasn't expecting the flower. And he's like, I hope it was okay. I was like, well, it was a bit off guard. I wasn't expecting it, but thank you. Listen, if you're going out on a date with a woman and you have the guts to call it a date, you're being that like powerful man. You're calling a spade a spade. Like, no. I'm taking you on a date. Just so you know, I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to introduce myself as your next future lover. When you're showing up with that kind of energy, sure, bring a flower. But when you show up and you set the first date as a marketing date, and then this happens, so I'm gonna get to the third one, but let me tell you the juice of the story. Goes like this. Lunch guy meets marketing guy, and they get together and they're like, oh yeah, and now they're bragging. Oh yeah, I asked that dating coach, Arica Angelo, out on a date. Marketing guy, I asked Arica Angelo out on a date. We both asked Arica Angelo out on a date, and we took her to get food. Yeah, so I do the same thing with my girlfriends, and I do the same thing with my guy friends. What's the big motherfucking deal? And so they were like, yeah, we caught on to you. And then that's when, I had to be Arica Angelo and just whoop. Thought something popped out there. Smashed those balls in the frying pan and cooked up some homemade balls. And I was like, no, you didn't. And I'm going to call both of your asses out because neither one of you got me. What both of you did was that you both showed up, and one of you just asked me out for lunch after church, and you showed up talking about marketing. Not one of you showed up as a man and said, can I take you on a date? So you didn't get nobody. You got yourself, clown. I wasn't that harsh, but I was pretty hard on them because I was like, no, don't come at my integrity. I'm coming for yours. So that was the drama. Yeah, it was some real drama. They thought that they were like catching shit on Arica Angelo, and I was like, no, I catch you on shit. That's how this goes. So here is the third thing. But let me just put this out here. When you don't have the courage to be upfront, it automatically causes disrespect. She automatically doesn't respect you, because a man who is actually someone that she is going to want to sleep with, be in a relationship with, spend more time with, actually respect, is a man who shows up with much different energy than those guys. He's not coming in through the back door trying to weasel his way in. No. He knocks on the front door very boldly and says, hey, this is what's up. I'm interested in you. This is where I want to take you out. Bloom, bloom, bloom. Okay? And that is what I call a magnetic man. And I have a brand new program about that. If you're like that guy, you're like, Arica, I'm hearing you and I'm laughing at your stories, but I don't show up with that boss energy. And I can tell the way that women react to me, they're not respecting me. And if that's you, babe, and you are like, I need to change this, the challenge is with myself, get that magnetic man. It's in the comments, it's in the description. Trust me, these programs will change your life. I pour my heart into them so that I see you getting different results in your life. And the third thing is this, and this is where she's just going to see you as a friend. It is when you show up like one of her girlfriends. And I'm talking about it like this. When you show up and you're like, hey, I don't know, what do you want to do? Because you know, women sometimes like can't make decisions on where they want to eat. Although I have to say, I'm one of those women, even though I guess I'm pretty alpha for a woman, but I always know where I want to eat because I like food. You can't tell, but I really like food. And so when you show up like as a girlfriend and you show up with that very indecisive, overly accommodating energy, you're showing up as her girlfriend. So you're showing up with very feminine energy. So it looks like this, like, well, hey, like maybe we could do this. It's very ambiguous. It's not like the magnetic man where it's driven, it's decisive, it's this time, it's this restaurant, I'm picking you up, wear something pretty. It's not that kind of energy. It's like, hey, maybe we could like go here and I don't know, what's your schedule like? When are you gonna be available? This week, next week? Ha ha ha, that'd be great. What kind of food are you into? Ha ha ha. You know what I mean? It's very wishy-washy, feminine energy. When you show up acting like a girl, and I'm not trying to break your balls, but I am trying to give you a very hard wake-up call. When you show up in that feminine energy, she is going to think of you as a friend because there's no polarity there. There's no dark, light, none of that yin yang energy. It's just feminine and feminine. So guess what she thinks? She's going out with one of her girlfriends who just happens to have a pair of balls between his legs. No, if you want to show up differently and you don't want to just be a friend to her, then you got to show up declaring that you're taking her out on a date. It's very forthright. You're making plans. You're telling her you're interested in her, and it's definitive. There's a time, there's a location, there's a day. There's definition to what's being done here. I hope this helps you out. I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't and like this video. But in the comment section, I want to know, what did you think of that story? Wild, right? They thought they were going to get Arica Angelo. I was like, not today, Satan, not today. Now listen, it is really important to me that you guys take these videos and you go out into the world and implement them. So that's why I always leave a huge playlist with like, I think one of them has like 500 videos. Please take the time to watch these, change your life. You owe it to yourself to start living victoriously with women. See you in my next video.